everyone! Welcome back to Morphin Mania. It is indeed Morphin Mania time. I'm Captain Logan, and joining me as always is DJ Martinez. DJ, what are we talking about today? What are we watching?
King for a Day, which is
King
the Tommy two-parter. Old Tommy two-parter.
Yep. Kind of hearkening back to Evil Green Ranger, sort of, because they're doing the, not even mind control, just Tommy's under an influence, and he actually just loses his memory, and they try to make him think that the Rangers are evil. It's like reverse Green Ranger, right? It's like they're all the evil Green Ranger, but he's the good guy. It's very silly. And what's weird about this, DJ, is it's like, I kind of forgot Tommy was in this show. For the last several episodes.
If it was it could have been Jason, you know, because he's kind of the Tommy of this season.
Yeah, and he's thought of more of the kind of like, you know, super virtuous, pure of heart, like that would have made more sense. But let's watch what they made, shall we? So two-parter, we're gonna watch both parts in this video, so this will be longer than normal, and we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So if you want to watch it with us, and we encourage you to do that, make sure you're watching episode 42 of Power Rangers Zeo, and it's King for a Day Part 1. Get it timestamp 0, and get ready to press play when I say now. We're gonna get right into it. Here we go. Everybody, please press play right now.
I forgot I had to do it too.
How come my screen's not moving?
Oh, good old days of Rabbit.
I thought Captain Logan controlled everything.
Johnny Young Bosch. Jason David Frank, you think he'll be in this one?
I think there's a fair chance that he will. Yeah.
My brightness up. I can't even see what I'm looking at here.
I do think this season has had a decent mix of episodes, you know, featuring different characters for the most part. It's just weird how Tommy seemed kind of in the background.
Yeah, recently at least.
Yeah, lately. Oh, I forgot about this opening. This is fun.
It's like the Dino Thunder
they
episode.
Had to yeah, exactly. It's like they had to show you the Tiger Zord just to freak you out for a minute. Oh my God, it's White Ranger iconography that I recognize.
See, this is what's cool about Power Rangers, because we have those suits forever, so we can always do stuff like this. Just throw a guy on the suit and.
Yeah, and yet it makes it feel like it increases production value somehow.
Man, can you imagine the warehouse that's just like all the suits?
Oh, it's got to be wild. Yeah. And unlike Star Trek, they haven't sold any of it. They've kept it.
I wonder if they keep it, because when he comes back when all the Rangers that he's been comes back in Dino Thunder, it is a different green helmet. It's like very different. It has like a silver streak on it, you know? So maybe they had to remake them.
Well, I would assume these days they keep everything because they keep doing those reunion shows. They got to be like when the modern seasons, they got to be thinking, we're going to use this stuff again.
Well, the weird thing is they can't do reunion shows anymore because they used to pull from the Sentai footage, which does a reunion every year. But now that we go every other year and we don't use every Ranger, like the reunion episodes will be the Rangers before that we didn't do, so they can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
That's true, but they could do one where we shoot all the footage. I guess. Have we never done that?
I don't know.
Is their footage with all the old Ranger suits together?
Well, I know we couldn't use all their footage in the Megaforce like giant battle, ultimate battle, and it looked crappy because we couldn't use all their footage because they had Rangers we never used.
But like when we did Forever Red, that wasn't a Sentai that had a bunch of
that
red,
was our stuff. Yeah, and that stuff looks really good.
That's what I'm saying. All I'm saying is we could do it.
We could. I just don't know if
they're
willing to do that anymore. With the way they're shooting those.
Yeah, I don't know. He got back in again.
Now we're just going to use that footage over and over and over. That's the new one.
Somebody pulling up behind the pickup truck every time.
Mind-boggling.
No, that thing's really neat. And like I said, I love how the power chamber is lit with all the green. It's really cool.
Weird that it was lit with green. I guess it makes sense because he's been both. But it was the White Ranger.
I would assume that's why they did that.
Bulk's got his old
back to both.
Donut tie-dye shirt again.
We do, yeah. Because we do this, but I don't know if Skull's ever worn that shirt.
Skull's wearing a little different. Skull's wearing, I think he's wearing different stuff. He's wearing camo pants, which I don't think he's ever done.
Yeah. we've probably talked about this, but I always wonder if they get to pick any of their wardrobe or if somebody actually picks those clothes.
Yeah, I don't even remember this, but Bulk and Skull actually get on the planet with them, which is kind of fun.
Yes. Yeah, no, it's neat. But what's weird is they do that. They're going to do that and that kind of thing before, and then only a few episodes from now, when we get to the Turbo movie, they're going to do it again. I mean, they get mixed up in stuff quite a bit, but never to this degree. Like, you know, they've been picked up by monsters and things, and had to deal with Rito and Goldar.
This is full on like I don't know. For some reason, it makes me think of Ninja Turtles. I guess because of the episodes with the Triceratons, where the little robot guy gets mixed up with them.
Oh yeah, sure. If I was Gasket, instead of trying to make Tommy think the Power Rangers are evil and we're good guys, because kind of clearly we're not, I would have gone the other way and said, hey, you're evil, you rule this empire.
But that would be hard because he's clearly one of them. Like, he looks just like them. So, like, either way, they have an uphill battle trying to convince him that he's not on their team when he looks
yeah. Anyway, you slice that.
Exactly them, but the one color they're missing.
Yeah, I guess the evil thing maybe works better, where you just say like, no, you defected to the good guys.
The baby. Now this is cool. I like this. Like, I don't know where we shot this. Obviously, this must have been a set already that we redressed, but it's a nice little like Planet Hulk war planet.
It's super Star Wars-y.
Yeah. Isn't there like a Justice League episode like this where they get on like a fighting planet?
Yes.
A fighting planet.
Yep. I like how the Netflix blurb for this calls this a large arena.
It's like a coffee table.
I mean, it's large enough, but I don't think you should call anything besides Monsters and Megazords and Power Rangers large.
Yeah, it's like the size of a living room.
We do have way better production values this season, though, for the stuff we shot.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering how much of do you think this is all us? I don't know. I don't want to just spend this whole thing speculating about that. That's not fun to listen to, but...
No, I don't either, but this... a lot of this looks like it could be us.
Did you just see that? Okay, we're using monster costumes. This must be us. That was that was Vampirus from season 3. Did you see that?
No, I didn't. That's awesome.
There's the French painter from the Kimberly episode with the mouse.
Yeah, so now they're bringing in monsters from old seasons.
That's weird.
It doesn't make any sense.
Why are Finster's monsters just camping out on this planet with the Machine Empire?
Because they just go where the success is, DJ.
Well, they're dead. They blew up.
Yeah, but we do that a lot, though. Zed and Rita did that quite a bit, where they bring back monsters that were dead. Although, you could just say Finster remade them. Yeah. I don't know how this works.
It's weird, because this is supposed to be like a planet, and that's supposed to be like the audience watching this, like...
In Power Rangers, there is a very fine line between continuity and cool callbacks and hoping you won't notice we're reusing things.
Yeah, because this is supposed to be like a Roman Colosseum type thing where it's like a planet where, like Thor the Ragnarok.
Okay, so I just want to point out that Gasket is, while simultaneously saying the Power Rangers are evil and the machines are the good guys, still referring to it as an empire. We are the good imperialists, and the Power Rangers are the ones that want to take over the universe.
It's kid show, Cap. Come on. Empire is just it's just what they are.
That could have been the name of our series.
They saw
Overthinking Power Rangers.
I love that they just keep calling him Zeo5 instead of Tommy. Jason won't say his name.
Jason is like still in denial that he has to work with Tommy, even though he's been the clear leader this whole time. He's still just harboring like ill feelings about that, even though they've never had a confrontation.
ZO5.
That's really. That is the most passive-aggressive way to refer to a friend you've worked with for at least 4 years. Oh, we gotta go find Zeo Ranger 5. He's giving you a number and taking away your name.
Jason and Kat. Are they the only ones that go? I don't remember this.
I don't either.
I think it's just them. Yeah.
We either missed that or it happened on screen.
I think it just happened off screen because he left the set one day and they're trying to. They'll probably explain it later when they have time to shoot because these episodes are probably shot all like before that or after.
I remember there being an episode where we see him leave.
Well, I think you're thinking of when we see old version of him and they give like an explanation later that the aging thing like messed him up. And I'm sure.
Have we already seen that, or is that later?
I don't think that's happened yet. I don't remember.
That's what I'm saying. That hasn't happened yet. But I don't know. Again, it's been a long time since we. I mean, we've been doing these for a while now, for a few weeks now. But like, it had been a year. I'm pretty sure there's an episode, but I didn't think he left. Like we've talked to the Triforians.
Yeah.
Or not the Triforians.
The Equations.
The Equations.
Yeah, I think it's still coming. I just think they had to shoot some stuff without him while they figured out how they were going to explain that.
I'm going to go back and look, because there's something we're not remembering. I'm pretty darn sure. Okay, so hey, Tommy, your first clue that Gasket's actually the bad guy should be the snickering.
Yeah, you can't laugh like that and be... Okay, so Jason's
dumb.
Well, he says it's a trap. He stops himself.
Yeah, just as he stops himself, but he stops himself too late. He's like, I'm gonna run toward what is clearly a hologram, while Kat goes, I'm smarter than you, that's not really him! And then he goes, wait, it's a trap! Like, you didn't realize it until you got there? I feel like that was poor communication on the part of the show. That always made me laugh.
No.
She's like,
Darth Vader, no.
It's so sad and tragic. Skull needs a different outfit.
Skull looks like Sonya Blade right now.
He looks like generic fighting game character.
No, he looks like side-scrolling beat-em-up gangster that you're fighting.
We need proof that you're here. What a weird line. So much trash on the beach. Like, somebody's been littering.
Man, it's a hologram that sucks you into it. It's interesting.
Yeah. Where did the trash... I'm fixated on this. Where did the trash come from? It's a clearly clean beach until you start getting a lot of wind.
You have to show wind. You can't see wind, Cap. You can only see wind by blowing trash around.
You could have used, I don't know, sand.
Is this going to be like a Bermuda Triangle situation where they just all one after another get sucked in?
How can I tell that you're telling the truth? After all, nothing you're saying is lining up with what I'm seeing right now. I'm sorry, what were you saying? I'm
just wondering who all is going to get to this planet, because Jason's... Hey, there's the monster from like 2 episodes ago.
There's just... If we have monster costumes, we're putting them in the scene.
Man, think of all the extras that they had to put in these costumes just to go...
Your Gasket just pull a LeVar Burton and say, but you don't have to take my word for it.
And then he shows... Look at the viewing galaxy.
The viewing galaxy. So this is social commentary about how the media works, DJ.
Way ahead of its time.
We just take a whole lot... And also commercials. We just you take random... scenes out of context and edit them together in order to make you feel a certain way. Tommy
is just average dumb consumer who just believes it wholeheartedly, and now he's super into it.
Wow, that just makes you really super gullible. And you could say, well, he's lost his memory, but usually when we do stories like this, you lose your, like, long-term memory, but you're still you, more or less, and you still know, you still have, like, a basic understanding of right and wrong, and you have generally your same convictions. I think the way Tommy is reacting here is just Tommy. I don't think that's because he lost his memory. I think Tommy is going.
They've just taken his his anger and rage towards his teammates and like amplified it. Like he's always had just a little bit of hatred towards them, and they've just taken that and run with it.
Once again, I know we've talked about this a lot back when we were doing Room with Evil, but this would all be more interesting if Tommy had started from a bad guy place in the first place and not been mind washed. If he was actually kind of the bad boy and had to get turned around, because this would be kind of a neater irony.
Yeah, like a regression.
If you start, yeah, exactly. But it's not a regression because he's being told that he's the good guy. Like that makes it like kind of a better irony that like he would, if Tommy initially, who was easily kind of swayed to the dark side, had been brought here by Gasket and told these things, it wouldn't have worked because he wasn't pure of heart and he didn't care about helping people. But the Tommy now, after everything he's gone through, does, and so this works. Like if they'd done Room with Evil right in the first place, this is a better episode.
Oh, wait. Well, Billy's here. Hi, Billy.
So they called him, and then he had to come here. Because they said call him on Aquitar. So is he on Aquitar and he got here this fast? Is that what happened?
I don't know. I guess so. He just zip.
That is fast warp travel there. How far away is Aquitar? We don't have, I mean, you're going to say it's a kid's show again, but like we don't have any sense in the show of placement of anything in the galaxy. I don't know how far.
Yeah, is in this world, do we know, are other planets known in our galaxy, or is it like outside of our...
I'm assuming it's still in our galaxy. The galaxy is very large.
I don't know.
But maybe not, and like, because we don't even know exactly how the space travel works. They could be going through portals. They could be going through wormholes.
I'm just saying, do normal people know about Aquitar as a planet? Or is it like they only know our 9 planets or 8 planets, whatever?
Oh, well, yeah, who knows? I mean, this is a world where people know there are aliens, so maybe.
This is a cool shot.
I don't know if we ever did that. What I'm saying is, even if you're just dealing with Zordon and the Power Rangers, we never have enough information where you could even begin to make a star chart or anything like you do with Star Trek.
So this is cool. This is a little bit of like setting us up for that first episode of Space, where you got all the monsters like in one place and they're like cheering for well, that's the champion.
Except that's like cool continuity, and this feels like whatever was lying around.
The champion is like a metal llama.
Yeah, he looks real menacing.
He's not the coolest monster that could have been champion. Maybe they just had to pick one they hadn't used yet.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question that we've asked a lot. It's been a while. How does the viewing globe work? Because sometimes Zordon can just look at whatever it is he wants to look at, and sometimes, like here, he's tapping into a television feed. Where Gasket's like making a show, and he's like, thanks for tuning in, folks. He gets right up to the camera. He's like, hey, viewing globe, thanks for watching. Like, what's he talking to? He's watching this.
I don't know. Like, the viewing globe... Oh, of course. Rito and Goldar in their beach chairs on the moon.
Rito and Goldar.
Be cool if Goldar had come back and had like a thing with Jason, since they're both gold now, and they used to have a thing when he was a Red Ranger.
Well, yeah, no, I've said that before. I really would like it. That seems like something that you don't have gold guys. It's the same show. They're right there.
Oh, really?
I mean, that's more footage.
Whoa, that's like a clown werewolf. That was creepy. Man, that's crazy. I recognize so many of these now that we've just been watching through all this.
Yeah. You're picking up on a lot more of it than I am.
There was the
So when you say, I remember that crazy.
There was just the French skunk with a French horn on his chest.
Yes, I noticed that. Like, didn't you just blow you up 3 hours ago?
Yeah, that was that was last week in the episode release order.
It was, wasn't it? So when he says, you transferred your powers into this monster, or Tommy's powers into this monster, what you really mean is his move set.
Yeah, because he said no one's ever been able to match me move for move before. So what is that? What tool did he use to do that? To teach? It's like Neo in the Matrix. He just downloaded all of his moves into the monster.
Well, powers mean something different in Power Rangers than it does in other stuff. Powers mean sometimes superpowers and sometimes just any ability at all.
Well, we've never solved that problem.
So, like, if you're good at arithmetic, wearing a Power Ranger suit, that's a power. Never mind if it comes from your Power Ranger suit or not.
Do you want to just let it play, or should we stop this one and do play again?
Yeah, no, we'll sync again. It's all bulk and skull.
They look like they're having so much fun shooting this. Oh, the monster there. Stumble a little bit.
It's hard to talk over bloopers.
Yeah, I don't know what to say because I don't know what's coming.
Okay, so go to timestamp 0. We will go ahead and watch the recap just so that everybody is synced with us.
Timestamp 0.
So episode 43, the second part of King for a Day. Here you go, everybody. Everybody, please press play. Are you good, DJ? Right now. Oh, I'm so glad. I don't talk about this before. Just going back to the show, and I don't remember if Zio did it or not, or if it was just Mighty Morphin. I missed today on Power Rangers.
I don't. I never watched it on TV.
Oh, I guess not. We'll see when they reran them later. I don't know if they left that in or not.
I don't remember that, but maybe.
Yeah, there was this announcer voice guy, and he'd be like, I'll try to find some footage and send it to you. He'd be, today on Power Rangers, and then it was just like, give away the episode, and then you'd watch the episode.
No. That doesn't sound good.
Give it away, but, you know.
I mean, it's not much to give away. You pretty much know what's going to happen at the end.
Yeah. You pretty much know what's going to happen all the way through in most episodes. Al Winchell is a name I don't recognize, or maybe I just haven't been looking enough at writer credits. He's the one tricking you.
I think this just proves that Tommy has like a power complex because Gasket keeps calling him sire, and like Tommy's like, okay, I'll dig it.
Oh, that's why he just goes with this so quickly.
Like, I'm the boss.
He's like, oh, well, I'm going to be in charge. I guess I'm just going to look over the fact that you could have edited that footage any way you wanted to from the viewing galaxy. Behold, the universe! So, in theory, I kind of like this idea of the power struggle in the Machine Empire and all these kind of different villains with their different plans that we keep having to kind of trade off as we go along through the show. I wish it had started happening earlier. It was just Mondo for like 35 episodes. And then we do the Logan thing, and then we do this, and it just feels a little bit like tacked on at the end.
Yeah.
Like that's what it should have been all the way through. You should have had like 5 or 6 changes of power.
Mondo. You just, I don't know.
You got nothing to add, huh?
The way you just said that made it sound like a polka song. Oh, the reptilians!
Yeah. This guy's fun. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't just put a headpiece on. Nice prosthetics
like
there, dude.
Isn't that what it looks kind of like the Dragon Warriors from the Ninja Turtle show?
Yeah, that's true. I'll tell you what it reminds me of, though. It reminds me of Patrick Warburton Tick, where it's like, we're not really sure how to do that face mask, so we're just not going to have it.
Around the face. His
That is the imagination we're doing on his voice. You know what? It might not even be modulation. It's just voiceover. Like, clearly, we're doing the Rita Repulsa thing with this guy, right?
Yeah, it sounds like it. I wonder. No, that's our footage. I don't know.
Not that guy's voice. Somebody else has come in and voiced it over. Which is always awkward because we're using the on-set audio for Bulk and Skull, but we're ADRing him, and so the sound quality is completely different back and forth between them.
I don't know why they would have done that. Maybe he wasn't. Maybe they just didn't like his voice. I don't know. This is like Super Bowl Sunday with Lord Zed.
Yeah, we got our villains who we actually like watching the show we're watching. I mean, we're just watching Power Rangers right now. This is Jason's favorite thing, by the way, is when characters in Power Rangers seem to be watching Power Rangers, or characters in Star Trek watching Star Trek.
He must love that Dino Thunder episode where they watch the Japanese version of the Power themselves. Have you seen that episode? Has he?
Yeah, but that's still different because that's like them in the series actually watching a TV show based on it. But it's really funny when like characters in a show are watching what is supposed to be like in real life stuff happening, but they're just watching like they're singing, so it's like they're seeing the TV show.
That Lord Zed suit still looks good. It's still holding up.
I was just about to say that, yeah. I want one so bad.
That's your dream. Is that your holy grail?
It's my dream. Yeah, it really is. At Morphicon, when I was there in 2016, somebody had made Lord Zed heads, and they were like $250, $300, but they were just perfect. And man, I'm thinking about saving up and
getting
one.
Just the head?
Yeah, because I can get the body made.
The head is hard. It's all that chrome and like, that's cool.
That's the hardest part. And like Pierce, my latex guy, like he could do it, but I'm not sure with the metal stuff that what he would do would look quite as good as what they're doing. No disrespect to Pierce, he does great work, but he doesn't do a lot of like metal stuff. And I can't remember if that was actually made of metal or if it was just painted to look like it. But a bodysuit really easily.
Yeah, you just get like a muscle, like a suit, and then just add the skeleton to it. Do they ever go, or does Jason have to save him by himself?
I do not remember. I thought they all finally went. When they do, it's going to make that large arena look a little smaller.
Billy and his beige. Billy beige, that's all he can wear. They took all the colors.
Rouse of beige. No, DJ, they're just going to have to stay here on the sand and fight cogs and never act.
I think so. Billy has fixed the transporter, so they're all going to... Oh, not yet, though. To be
I guess I like that this Tommy-centered episode is also Gold Ranger-centered, that like we take, the kind of the two main have been leader guys before and give them something to do together. I mean, it's a real standard, appeal to what's really in your heart kind of episode. But
yeah, well, he was the only one who's still a Ranger that was there to snap Tommy out of it the first time.
Yeah,
Billy was there, but he's not a Ranger anymore.
You were right with something you said earlier. I'm not sure why it's the White Ranger costume that comes to him at the beginning. Is it because that started from a good guy place? Is it because that's like the pure light, pure energy? Is that what we're doing?
No, you think it would have been the Green Ranger. And
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Because he would have been like, oh, what's going on? It would have been better if we didn't have so much of good Green Ranger, Because we had a lot of good Green Ranger after that. But if just the Green Ranger brought up memories of him being evil, then that would be cool. That'd be cool. But we had to bring him back so many times because kids in the 90s.
I forgot to turn on my subtitles. I don't know what Zed was just talking about.
Oh, you haven't had subtitles this whole time?
Just this episode. Gotcha. That guy's name is Triter.
Triter.
Man, what a
practice
traitor.
My cog.
He turned against his people. Triter.
It's kind of annoying to.
Are you
kind of annoying? Cogs
can also
like that. Do they have cog arms and legs in their hand? That's pretty gruesome.
That's awesome. See, this whole thing is very Star Wars.
Yeah, I like this. This is the Bulk and Skull done right.
And you kind of wish that they could be involved more in the Power Ranger plots like this.
Yeah.
It's not going to be as kind of sports.
I'm reading through the first trade of Go-Go, and they're already more involved. Good. Like they're on the scene. Well, is that Go-Go or is that the original? Which one is it? I'm getting them mixed up. Both series. Which one is it where they're like on the scene recording with their phone for YouTube?
They do that in the main series. In Go-Go, they have some real character drama. Cool.
Yeah, this is real. I mean, I just started it yesterday. I haven't read much yet, but it's really good so far.
We should review those on the channel.
Yeah, I'm down.
Because we talked about occasionally taking a break from the shows and doing discussions on the comics.
Other things. I definitely want. We need to do that. The video game. We still haven't uploaded that gameplay video that we did.
No, that we shot back in December or January. Yeah.
Jeez, that was a good Zed.
So what? Yeah, it's awesome, and it makes me angry because they make you think that Zed's gonna they put him in the stupid Winnebago and have him drive around the whole season so that you can so that they can build you up for at the end he's gonna have a triumphant return, and then it's gonna be the lamest possible way to write them out, and it just drives me crazy. It makes me think that wasn't the plan. That they were thinking Zed and Peter will be the villains again next season.
I don't know.
I don't know what changed, but
yeah, we still haven't decided to do the whole switch every season thing because they will become the Turbo Rangers again. We held that off as long as we could.
Yeah, but Saban was wanting to do that even earlier. He had been kicking it around.
I don't know why they thought they couldn't, because it didn't seem to hurt Power Rangers at all when it finally happened.
I think they were willing to lose. Well, no, it did. Turbo didn't do great. But
Turbo still isn't one that completely changed at the beginning.
It does in the middle.
Yeah, it changed in the middle.
And I think when that show got better was when it was at its least viewed, but I don't know if I'm right about that. Okay.
See, I would consider Lost Galaxy the first time that it completely switched over, because even in space, there's a lot of stuff that carries over from Zeo to Turbo and then Turbo into space.
Well, that's true, but character-wise, you do have a switchover in the middle of Turbo,
and that's that.
It's not the entire cast.
Yeah, it's 4 characters, and that up till that point, we've only done 3 at a time.
But you don't have any original Rangers anymore after that.
This is cool. Bulk and Skull getting a fight scene.
But to your point, Lost Galaxy is time that we do one because we hang on to TJ and Cassie and them in the space.
Yeah. This is he's first season Billy right now, just stumbling through.
So that means in 2 years, he's going to start taking himself really seriously and dress nicer and not have to
lose the glasses. He's going to be all bulked up. Bulk is going to lean down and keep the muscle. So,
you're evil and I'm not. This ought to be amusing.
I just got a thought. When they all showed up and they were very colorful in this red and black world, do you think is the colors too Like we always have this question with X-Men, right? Where do you prefer the X-Men to all have their own costumes or to like matching costumes? Could you ever do Power Rangers
Yeah.
without them all being their own color? Like, could you have like a themed Power Ranger suit, or is that just too ingrained in what Power Rangers is?
It just seems against the concept. Right? What do we have to talk about with Power Rangers if it's not colors? I could see in a somewhat more serious thing doing like a stealth Power Rangers team, where like they're all wearing black or they're all wearing like dark blue or something. The question I thought you were going for, DJ, was could you do a season where they're not all uniform and they all get their powers from different places, so they all have different colors, but they don't have the same.
Oh, okay.
Like Rangers.
Well, yeah, I mean,
we're mixed like we did in the comics post Shattered Grid, which is not good stuff, but where we take like Rangers from a bunch of different teams and put them all together and then give them a show. Like,
yeah, I mean, might as well. They're already all different colors anyway. That's what we did in the reunion episode with Adam in Operation Overdrive, because it was like Dino Thunder, SPD. There was only like one from each, but it was still just a team of 5.
Yeah, and then they just come in and take over for the Overdrive Rangers, and they're because they lose their powers. And then the Overdrive Rangers are like, "Oh no, they're taking over. We're not going to get to keep being Power Rangers." And then if you're watching that show, you're like, "No, that's what should be happening, though."
I can't wait to get to that season.
I can. With what little I've seen of that, it looks terrible.
Oh man, he's going to blast Cat.
Yeah, I have to murder these evil people.
This is the scene that Jason and Frank shows his when he goes in for casting. This is his acting range.
Acting. I really should have won an Emmy for this scene.
I love how the subtitles just say groaning and gasping.
Yeah, you see more groaning and gasping in sometimes in Power Rangers than any other show.
Grunts.
You think about it, 80% of David Frank's lines are
Man, he's wearing a red shirt with red shorts. He's definitely the Red Ranger.
So how did that bring his memories back? So his memories are tied
friendship,
to his,
man. Friendship overcomes all. Do you need Tanya and Kat to sing their song again on the beach about friendship?
I'm sorry, I'm forgetting the rules. I'm forgetting the eternal logic of power.
Man, I'm loving this the Vulcan skull stuff.
Last time I saw this, I remember it not holding up great, but I'm having a better time with it this time. Probably because this Vulcan skull stuff, it's really good, actually.
No, I like this episode. For someone who... They didn't seem very broken up. They seemed like, oh crap, what did we do? We got tried or killed. What is Tommy wearing? He's wearing like kilt pants.
That's hilarious. I think they could have done that for a whole season or a whole half a season, Jay, where they have Vulcan skull like mixed up with somebody like or something trying to get back, and like replace the stone stuff with that. The top stuff is just too close to the top stuff. It'd be nice if we had done something totally different than this season. Although I see that, I kind of like the progression of it, but they just didn't have enough.
Yeah. I see what you're saying. I don't know if we could have sustained this for a whole season. I'm sure this episode was kind of expensive to shoot.
Well, yeah. I guess I'm saying if money were no object, but clearly it is. Look at those cars in the background.
You made it.
They just look like fridge boxes.
Fridge boxes. Maybe that is modulated. I don't know if he's doing that with his voice. That's a very strange voice.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We will make legends of you. There will be song and dance and bacon. I like there's alien writing on the wall. That's cool.
What? Strider has just the ability to teleport people with his mind?
Well,
Yeah,
we gotta get this episode wrapped up. We got 2.5 minutes left. I don't really know why they didn't do that earlier.
Because they had to overthrow the prison. With the help of the great warriors Bulk and Skolovich. Skolovich? Bulkmar and Skolovich.
No, you're saying it wrong. Skolovich!
Skolovich! I was being stoned.
You said you were stoned.
Oh, man. Good old Ernie.
And is not having any kind of story arc with anybody.
Who knows what she's doing with Ernie? They might be, they might...
Oh, don't even say that. That's messed up.
Hey, she's cool.
Isn't she still in high school again?
Like 30, so I don't care.
I know that, but I'm talking about the character. If that's the case, that probably means that Ernie is supposed to be like 25 years old.
He's fresh out of high school. He didn't go to college. He started his juice bar instead. Jason. Hey, Bulk and Skull. Are they gonna tell them?
The subtitle said Force Shield, but he said Force Shield.
Force Shield. I guess that's the same thing, I guess.
So this is silly because they don't have any kind of reaction, really. They're just like, oh yeah, we like, of course they believe them because what they're saying lines up with what happened, but like, I would think they'd be surprised that Bulk and Skull were there. Because like, oh, you guys saved Carrie, just whatever, I don't believe you. And then like, the reaction when they started saying things they recognized should have been, oh, you really were there. Because they wanted Bulk and Skull to think they were sarcastic. They read the line sarcastic.
Oh. Oh, Billy messed up a line. That might be the first time.
They just didn't show you all the footage that happens. Did you not watch this episode that taught us about editing footage together to make it look like what you...
Clearly Paul.
Okay, but it looked like...
Definitely.
Ran into that on purpose. He was like, so much space. Why would you go there? I don't understand.
Or the girls, I think. I think Tanya laughed really hard in the background when he did that.
Mm-mm. Well, anyway, that was fun.
Cool episode.
I get to be depressed because we're getting closer to the end, and the last episode of the season is just dreadful, and I'm not looking forward to it at all.
The next one is called A Brief Mystery of Time. That's actually a good episode title.
That is a good episode title, because it's playing on Brief History of Time, which means they made a reference to Hawking in a Pictures episode? That's wild.
That's awesome.
I didn't realize that. No, that's clearly what they're doing.
It's like I think it's like a Groundhog Day thing, because it says Tommy is confused when he repeatedly relives his experiences of the day.
So we just did a Tommy episode after we forgot Tommy was in the show.
Yeah, the last 7 are just going to be Tommy episodes.
Wouldn't it be really funny if simultaneously, while he was repeating the same day over and over again, he was also like really scatterbrained and forgetful and like and also bad at football? We just put all of the Tommy's bad at things episodes together in one episode.
That's the throwback I want. I want Tommy to try to throw a football again.
Me too. And try to run on a football field and just like keep accidentally doing kata stances. Like, yeah, that's what I want. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching, everybody. Hope you had a lot of fun with us today on Morphin Mania. We'll see you again in a few days for a brief mystery of time. And the very next episode is called A Mystery to Me, which doesn't seem related at all to the previous episode. That's not a two-parter. Step forward and 2 steps back with episode titles in the show. We will see you again next time. Thanks for watching. I was Captain Logan. This was DJ Martinez.
Have fun.
Folks.